Oh my gosh, we're on a game number 3 between Liquid Zenio. that was my Street Fighter gym. And Dignitas Select. So let me recap this series so far. One thing that Select has been doing the past 2 games is he is very greedy. He gets like that 3rd command center up quickly, and also opens with just Hellions. If Liquid Zenio did something like a 10 Roach bust, it would just blow through Select's base like nobody's business. So there's a lot of room here for Select to get punished by Zenio if Zenio decides to go for maybe an earlier type of pressure. So Select playing very greedy. Might come back to bite him this game. I don't know. Zenio, on the other hand, managed to win last game fairly well. And I think it was mostly due to his creep. Now think about this for a second. Select doesn't like to push on creep. If he would have just taken his army and just kind of walked up to that bottom right base and then sieged up, I think he would have been fine because Zenio didn't have that big of an army. I don't know if Zenio's army would have been big enough to even hit that army head on, even with creep. But Select was playing kind of safe. He was sieging up, scanning, taking out creep tumors, sieging up, scanning, taking out creep tumors. Just take his time, smoothly going across the base, across the map, making his way to that bottom right base. And that was the time that Zenio needed to get up to Broodlords. And boy, did he get up to Broodlords. He came at Select with the wrath of the Broodlords, making it rain Broodlings. And Select just didn't have anything to deal with that. He did not have any Vikings. He didn't have enough production to make enough Vikings. And after that point, Zenio just had the tech and wrapped up the win there. So both players showing they have the ability to take the game off the other player. And so we'll see what's going to go down this game. Does Select, could Select do the exact same thing? Probably will. He plays pretty straight up for the majority of his games. Very rarely do I see Select do like some type of really heavy cheese. So we'll probably just see him do the exact same build in this map. And unfortunately, Select didn't get the good spawn, as I guess I would call it, for a TVZ. Optimally, you would want to be like a Terran player over here, and then you push to the backside of your opponent's expansion, so you could siege up in these locations and then deny their mining from here with air, or with vision from air, and you can just deny it with tanks. So unfortunately didn't get that, but Zenio's happy about that. So Zenio's scouting down here. Both players realize where the other player isn't, and they'll eventually figure out where everyone's at, and everything will be happy. This Marine, where are you going? Is he actually going to catch that Overlord? If Select catches a 3rd Overlord in a row this game, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's ridiculous. If he catches this, okay, the Overlord is staying stationary. Zenio learned his lesson. He's like, all right, I'm not moving my Overlords anywhere out on the map versus Select, because he will find them, he will kill them. And look at this. Select is just leaving his Marine here. He knows that the path for the Overlord, if it was still continuing, would be right through this path, and he is just waiting for it there. He's like, all right, I'm going to leave this Marine here. Pretty good chance I'm going to hit him. A couple minutes, I'll just leave it here, take it out, and that is just so smart play there by Select. Once again, we're going to see Hellions coming out of the factory for Select with the reactor and a quick command center for Select as well. So Zenio, what are you going to do this game? Are you going to get Speedlings? You're going to get Roaches? And it seems like we're going to see Speedlings again, like we did in the first game, which didn't play out too well for Zenio, unfortunately. SCV is going to get into the main, and he's going to see Zergling speed is being researched and that there's no more guys on gas, so that's going to be good news from him. He's going to realize, okay, probably not going to see any Roaches anytime soon due to the fact there's no guys continuing to stay on gas. And he's going to have map control for the foreseeable future. So Overlord heading over to the right side of the map. Hopefully he won't lose that. And now Select realizing, okay, that Overlord should have came here by now. I'm going to move it to someplace else. And now where is Select's next location for interception? I'm guessing it's going to be up here somewhere. Maybe somewhere like up here he's going to leave the Marine. Because Select would have realized, okay, that Overlord should have came by this point. He's not here yet. I'm going to move it up to the next location. Where I could catch it and just leave it up here for the time being. But anyways, enough of that Marine. We've got 4 Hellions up here at the front. Are they going to make a run for it? Probably not a good idea to do that. They may just go in and poke. No creep tumors up here at the front, so nothing to really snipe. Going to get one Zergling there. But yeah, look at this. 1 Marine up here just to check for an Overlord in case he, like I said, gets a little greedy and tries to cut the edges there. Zergling up here at the front is going to scout out the bunker. And I mean, they're okay. Here comes the Roach Warren. Roach Warren is coming down, so maybe we'll see Zenio go for like an earlier pressure. And I think that's the biggest weakness of Select's play is he just plays extremely greedy, and there's a big timing window where he could really get punished because Select has 6 Hellions out of the map. Is that how many he has, or is he just 4? Because last couple games he was going for units. Wrong button. There we go. There we go. EonShiKeno, figure it out, buddy. 4 Hellions. So he's even more greedier this game. Instead of getting 6 Hellions, he's only going to go with 4. But a lot of droning going up here for Zenio. Getting that drone count up, which he's desperately going to need. And he made something and canceled it. Did he cancel the Roach Warren? Oh my god, he did cancel the Roach Warren. And he's making another hatchery. This is weird. This is weird. So Select denying that third a little bit longer with those Hellions. And getting +1 for the Zerglings. We've got a starport on the way. Stim close to being finished. 2 queens out in the front, going to start spreading those creep tumors. Unfortunately, Select is going to have none of that. He had enough of those creep tumors the last game. He's going to take those guys out. So all the gases are up for Zenio. Still hasn't managed to take that one, but I'm curious. Now he's making a baling nest and he's making a hatchery. Why would he cancel the roaches? Is he going to go for a muta? I think that's really the only thing he's going to go for, just Zergling muta, Zergling baling muta. Anyways, Zergling's getting toasted, and he's going to be forced to push that spine crawler up there to work on those destructible rocks. So morphing that Overlord into an Overseer, he's going to be able to come in here. He's already got it rallied, and he's just going to see the Motherlode. He's going to see the 3 barracks, the starport, and the factory that's not doing much of anything. More Zerglings now being brought over here. Eventually he's going to take these rocks down. These damn rocks are going to get taken out. And Select is just so insanely cost-effective with these Hellions. And he's going to... Oh my god. Are these Hellions painted with like blue butter or something? It's just ridiculous how he just controlled those Hellions so well. He seems like he never loses a Hellion. But Select just lost, or sorry, Zenio just lost that Overseer. Well worth it, though. He sees, okay, he's got a command center. He's even making another command center. Did he see that? Did he see that second command center? No, he didn't see it yet. So Select did it after the fact. Was that his third? Wait a second. Did he cancel it? He must have canceled it earlier, because I thought Select made this third command center a lot sooner. He must have canceled it. Interesting. Did he see the roaches? Okay, maybe that's what's going on here. Saw the Roach Warren early. No, I don't think he saw the Roach Warren early, so I'm kind of confused about what's going on here. Maybe he saw that Roach Warren. Maybe he didn't. But anyways, big push here from Select. This is a lot earlier than he was going with last time. Baneling's coming out. A lot of Zerglings, a lot of Banelings. He's got some Queens there. He's got 1 Spine Crawler. Banelings, do they connect? Sort of. A couple of the Marines go down. All the Hellions go down, but he's got a nice Marine force here with Stim and Combat Shield. He's going to be able to pick up all those guys if he feels like it. No! Taking a lot of damage there from the Banelings, and he's going to be forced to back up. So supply is favoring Zenio, and Zenio is looking pretty good this game after holding off that attack. He's got his third over here up, his fourth over here soon to be up. And Select, does he know about either of those? No, he does not. He's primarily looking for this base and a couple minutes to be up, but the one over there on the bottom left, no, or bottom middle, he's not really looking to take out. But unfortunately, these medevacs aren't going to get away, and these muta are going to be able to chase those guys down, and he's going to poop out those Marines just to deal a little bit of damage before they inevitably end up dying. So this drop on the right, kind of getting a little scared. He's going to split those guys up, take this one back home. I'm just so confused about what he did with this. I'm going to have to watch this replay again after I commentated this to see what the hell he did with this command, because I swore he was making a command center early like he was doing last game, and then I look back there again and it's gone. So that's quite odd. Zenio going with some harassment with those muta, doesn't manage to take out anything, unfortunately. Does a little bit of poking. Maybe he got 1 SCV there. What do we see here? Two worker kills. So I don't know if he got one there or not. Click around. 2 kills on that mutalisk. That could have been those Marines from earlier. Hard to say. Zergling's out on the map. A 1 attack upgrade plus 1 armor on the way. 10 drones being produced. He wants to start saturating that 4th base down here in the bottom left. The one on the right is decently saturated. He's got the gas going. Definitely important if you're going to go really heavy muta. Upgrades on the way. Centrifugal hooks plus 1 attack for the bio. Plus 1 armor for the bio. And Zergling armor on the way. And the third is being taken for Select at the top of the map. But like I said, huge supply lead for Zenio. And let's check the worker count while we're having some downtime. And look at that worker count, 82 versus 44. Zenio with just amazing amount of harvesters this game, almost doubling Select. And the gas here is really huge. Just a couple hundred more. Just incoming gas just is I mean, it's just crazy, and that's just going to allow Zenio to get a lot of high-tech units a little bit faster. And that Overlord upgrade is about halfway done, so he's going to have speedy Overlords running around the map, dropping creep all over the place. 2 missile turrets up here. Is Zenio just going to go for it? Yep, he's going to take out one of those missile turrets now, moving on to the second one, taking both those out. The next thing on the list will be take out tech labs and reactors, but fortunately for Select, his Marines show up, and he's managed to shoo those Mutalisks away. So Select, with a drop over here on the left side of the map, is making his way down to this right bottom middle base. But anyways, at the top we have a Zergling attack, and at the same time tanks are going to siege up, and they're going to deal with these Zerglings. Not enough up here, not enough Zerglings to deal with those number of Marines and those siege tanks. But there's a huge Mutaflock heading out across map. We have the attack down here in the bottom left. He's going to take out the Spine Crawler. Yes, he is. But there's Banelings. Zergling's going to finish up the rest of that, and of course, not paying attention, loses those guys to those 2 Banelings. And I really like the way Zenio is dealing with these drops. He's leaving about 5 or 6 Zerglings, 2 or 3 Banelings, and putting up like 2+ Spine Crawlers and 1 Spore Crawler in a forward position to deal with the dropped Medevac harass. And this type of army composition, this small amount of army and the positioning is just really rewards him if the opponent just kind of moves in with his army, or just kind of uses a drop ship and drops the units right next to it. So imagine like a Medevac flying in this way and just kind of dropping here, like manually just dropping it. It'll get shot and probably killed before it even gets over here, or get extremely low, and the Spine Crawlers are already in position for that. So he's kind of preemptively trying to put Spine Crawlers where, or Spore Crawlers where he thinks those drop ships are going to land. And the same thing with the Zerglings and Banelings. He's not expecting his opponent to like start stutter step microing and splitting with just the Medevac drop, because usually whenever Terran players use their Medevac drops, they just kind of set it and forget it, George Foreman style, and just worry about macroing doing something else, because it's usually very cost effective for Terran players to do the drops like that. That way they can do multiple drops at the same time, and it just turns out to be pretty cost effective. So a drop over here on the far left side of the map is heading its way. Let's look at this. See, look at this. He's going to go right there, and he's probably going to drop and then just run over here. So we'll see if it works any better for Select this time. Does he have any Banelings? No. Zenio just has those 4 Zerglings, still hasn't remade those Banelings. But in the front, we have Select pushing out, stimming, goes for a scan, and heading out across the map. Is selecting to make a big push for it. There's a lot of Zerglings and Banelings. He's going to go for it. He's going to try and bust this tank line. It seems like it. Yes, he is. And Mula's just focus firing down on all those tanks. Those tanks get completely destroyed. He takes a big chunk out of the Marine force, and the tank force with those Muta. And the majority of the Mutalisks are still alive. This is the part of the army of the Zerg player you want to keep alive. It doesn't really matter if you trade Zerglings and Banelings for it, but you really don't lose those Mutas. Those are the core portion of Zenio's army, the tech part of his army that he doesn't want to lose. So the attack down here in the bottom left, and look at this. He's just moving in here, and he's going to lose the Medevac to the 1 Spore Crawler because he's not really paying attention. And that's just kind of what he's hoping for in this situation. Here in the middle, Zerglings and Banelings going to make their way forward, but Banelings not actually connecting with too much stuff, but he does manage to take out one of the tanks. And more units coming. Banelings get completely denied there by those tanks. Let's check the upgrades for Select 2-2. And what do we have here for the Mutas? 1. And for the Zerglings, we have 2-2 also. So pretty good upgrades for both players. Heading on here, what do we have for the mech? The mech, what do we got? 1 attack upgrade. So exact upgrades between both players here. He's got to deal with those creep tumors. So we've seen Select just play extremely slow. Push out here very slow, take out the creep tumors, not be too risky to deal with that. And that may be turning around to bite him in certain situations. We have a big attack here. Banelings, will they connect? Mulas is going to take out the tanks. Pretty decent spread there from Select. Army trying to split there for a little bit. Thor is here. He takes out a couple of those Banelings, and but not before he loses all his Marines. Unfortunately for Select, he's kind of getting shut down out here near the Zelnaga Tower, and Zenio just not letting him get too close to his base, and that's where you want to be as a Zerg player. Drop over here on the left side of the map. Just finished dropping up a Baneling, big connect there. And I'm just loving this how Zenio just leaves like a handful of Zerglings, like 2 Banelings, and he just wipes up that drop like it wasn't even there. Very interesting stuff. So once again, Select pushing forward, scanning, taking out a couple creep tumors, and just pushing those tanks up just a little bit. So Zenio really close to being maxed, and I need to switch over to the production tab. Sorry about that. And look at these upgrades. Look how close they are between both players. That is just like down to the second. Look at that, 100 and... yeah, that is very close. Like 3 seconds off of the armor for both players. But here in the middle, Mute is going in for another attack. Get a couple Marines. There's an attack on the right side over here. Select is pushing forward. Thor's, or actually a Thor here. Nice siege tank spread. He just pushing these Marines forward. But Zenio is quickly pulling those drones back. He's going to keep those guys alive. There's a macro hatch here at this base, so not only is Zenio going to lose this base, he's going to lose an extra hatchery. Unfortunately for him, whenever you're going mass Zergling, you really need a lot of hatcheries just to have as much larva as possible. How many larvae does he have right now? 38, so he can make quite a few Zerglings if he needs to, but look at this. Broodlords are out on the map, and this is what this army Zenio wants. He wants to try and max on those higher tech units, so let's see how well he can control this army. He's got 4 Broodlords and a lot of Mulas, 15 Mulas. He's going to focus fire, kill down the Thor. What is this Thor doing? Oh my god, bad control there from Select, and he's going to lose a tank once again. He's just in the wrong place at the wrong time with those mech units when those Broodlords decided to show up over here on the left side of the map. Look at this. Just Zenio with so much defense around this base. He does not want to lose these expansions. Small army here from Select heading out across the left side of the map. He wants to take out that expansion on the left, but Zenio has got other things to worry about. He's got a nice force here, a couple of infestors, enough to fungal growth, a hefty amount of a hefty amount of Marines, mostly, or any tanks if they decide to stick out, or Vikings for that matter. So Broodlords laying waste to the gas on the right side over here at the same time. In the bottom right, you guys can see the picture that there is the forces being handily dealt with by Zenio. And Muta getting a little too close to call there. The Marines deal a lot of damage. Scan goes down. He sees that there's quite a bit of a force over here, but Select should have enough units to deal with. He's got the Vikings out, but it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be enough. Nice fungal over here on the right. Marines do a pretty good job of taking down a couple of those Corruptors and focus firing the Broodlords, forcing them to pull those guys back. But there's so much air here. I don't know if the Marines are going to have enough damage to deal with these Mulas and the Corruptors. One Viking still left, but no, it's not going to be enough. Zenio's going to win the air war, it seems, but there's Marine reinforcements on the way. The medevacs are healing like crazy. Broodlord is alive here with 5 kills. Zergling reinforcements, nice, taking out all 3 of those tanks. And that's going to be too much. Select is going to be forced to fall back here. Broodlord's morphing here right outside his base. Top left, a base is being taken here by Select. Scan goes down. Not sure why he scanned there. That had to have been a mistake. He probably meant to mule that. Sorry, Select. I didn't mean to show that you made a mistake. It's terrible to do a scan instead of a call down a mule. Anyways, we'll move past that. So here in the middle, Corruptors are just going to get taken out. Unfortunately, bad rally by Zenio. So there we go. I made up for you, Select. Show that Zenio messes up his rallies too. So on the left side, a drop is going to go down. Select once again going to try and kill this seemingly invincible, basically, Spine Crawlers. He did lose a gas over here on the right, but he's going to keep these guys on the back and just kind of delay mining from these 2 right side places. Very annoying. Bailey going to show up and he's going to connect. Oh my god, he did, but look at those guys just barely alive there. Queen going to slowly pick away at that medevac. And he's going to lose his queen if he doesn't control it good. There he goes. And this Baneling just wants to get in there. He's just thinking, oh my god, I want to kill some frickin' Marines. And he picks it up and he's going to sneak out of there. Select, he's going to drop on the low ground. I love the control over here. And these medevacs are getting quite low, but he does lose the queen. Now that Baneling is thinking, where the hell did he go? Oh, he's over here. It's like, I was just on the low ground. What are you doing to me, guys? Come on. And I just continue to do the drops up and down here. But at the same time, Zenio pushing through across the map. Big force. This drop is just kind of being left on hold position here, I think. Stop. And but he does see this. Select has vision of this in the middle. Broodlords pushing forward now. Big force is Select. Ready for it. Supply shows no, he's not. He's going to have a lot of AA to deal with these Broodlords. 5 infestors there. That seems to be Zenio's number to go with. 5 infestors to deal with the Marines and the Vikings. So tanks sieging up in the back there. Probably going to unsiege those guys if those Broodlords get a little bit too close. You don't have friendly fire with that splash damage on your Marines. Select now supply blocked, unfortunately. And Mickey leaves the game. But we have a drop also on the bottom right. The main of Zenio. And there's just so many Broodlords. Excuse me. Select needs more Vikings. And it just seems like Select hasn't been on top of his game to just produce enough Vikings as this game goes on. But now Select is going to pull the trigger. He's going to go for a nice spread, pushing forward. Good Fungal's going to go down, but Zenio just has so many forces just flooding in here. Only takes left. Almost no Marines left. How many Broodlords left? 5 left. But the Vikings are still alive. Good split here on the Vikings. And it seems like Select is going to hold. Select is going to hold this, and he's going to get out the rest of the Broodlords. He's going to take him out. And these infestors are going to be forced to fall back as well. And I'm so surprised that Select actually held that. Such nice control. Now back here in the expansion, he's going to lose the. Oh my God, he lost the Greater Spire at the main here. Too bad. Even though he had Spine Crawlers there. Oh man, that's really bad for Zenio. He's going to have Corruptors and Baneling connects over here. Corruptors take out that medevac. So back here in the middle, the last few infestors do get taken out. Select now feeling reinvigorated, or actually maybe just invigorated. I don't know if he was invigorated to begin with, so I don't know if he could be reinvigorated. But anyways, invigorated nonetheless, pushing now. He's got 3/3 upgrades. I'm pretty sure both players now are at 3/3 at this point. Yeah, Infestors, just 3 armor. They don't have 3 attack. But Zerglings are 3/3. Do they have that crackling upgrade? I don't think he got that yet. That's surprisingly. Adrenal glands, you need to get that. He could have got that a long time ago. That is definitely a mistake by Zenio. Look at his supply, or look at his money up there. He could easily be buying that. He just simply has forgot about it, which is too bad considering he's made quite a few Zerglings this game. Or at least since he's had his tech capable of getting it. So this is a pretty close game here, going back and forth. He's got just kind of denying bases over here. Has some Zerglings on patrol. He's going to be able to catch this orbital. But there's a 2 double drop here from Select on the left side. He's going to be able to take out this hatchery on the left. Hopefully Zenio will be able to cancel that. There he goes. Does a nice cancel. And another drop down here in the very bottom left. And once again, Zenio with some nice spine crawlers spread out there, trying to deny this annoying drop as much as possible. He's got some guys down here. He's got Corruptors showing up. Those guys should be able to deal with the medevac, and the Zerglings will take out any Marines that decide to drop. So, oh no, he's going the wrong direction. Back over here, he's being dropped on this side, but no, he's going to go back once again. So much action this game. Medevac dropping over here on the right, but this drop over here is just... Now the Zerglings show up and the Corruptor's going to show up, should be able to deal with this very quickly. Those guys are going to fall back, but he's going to lose this medevac to those Corruptors. Yep, that's going to go down. But on the right side here, there was a drop. Nope, there's an attack in the middle. Ultra's killing everything. God damn, there's so much shit going on. And Vikings are still alive, so he completely teched out of the Broodlords, obviously, because he doesn't have a Greater Spire. Now the Ultralisks are romping through this Terran player's base, and he does not have any... he doesn't have Marauders, he doesn't have that many tanks. These Ultras are just having the time of their life. Ultras skipping through Select's base, taking out... Oh, no supply depots with the extra supply on top. Oh, that's the worst thing to see. Once again, drop over here on the left and attack at the top. Select, what are you doing to me? Zenio... Oh my god, you guys are just trying to drive me insane with editing this video. There we go. Wrap it up. Come on, guys. Ultra just chomping through the Vikings. And this is pretty much it. These Ultralisks got like double kills on all of them. Like, actually, these guys don't. Those guys need to get together. There's the GG. Zenio manages to take the series 2-1, and well fought, I must say. This is a very fun series to cast. And this last game has just been hectic. It's been so hard to keep up with all the stuff going on in this game, so... Wow, I don't even know where to start with this game. What even happened? Oh yeah, Select went for like a seemingly earlier attack this game. He went for like the Hellion Marine timing with the stem. He pushed up. Didn't really accomplish that much with it. I think Zenio held with it really well, and he double expanded after it, got a lot of drones up, was at a huge drone lead over Select, and did some decent harass with his Mutalisks. Held map control for the majority of the time, and he really dealt well with his drops. I mean, Select was just dropping like crazy this game. So many drops this game, and Zenio was just managed it very well. So many times he was defending drops and multiple locations extremely well. And what was the worker killed count? Yeah, Select only killed like 23 workers over a 31-minute long game, and Zenio killed 15. So that's pretty well managed, if I have to say so. So thank you guys for watching me commentate, and that's all I got to say. Make sure... Actually, one more thing I gotta say. Subscribe if you guys haven't subscribed yet. I'd really appreciate it. And leave comments. I love reading your guys' comments. That's it. See you later.